We are live.
We are.
Mm-hmm.
Hi everyone. Just going to wait a few minutes until I see a few people adding or joining us. Does it come up?
Not yet. Oh, that's a pin post up there, is it? We're here.
Right.
We can see comments.
Okay. Don't think there's anyone
No,
joined
not
yet.
yet.
I did say 9 o'clock to everyone, so
We are bang on.
not bad, is it? Until my hand goes in there.
Why is it not moving though? Look.
No.
Is it frozen?
Christina. Oh.
Hey. How weird.
Hi Christina. Oh, it's moving now.
Must just be my phone.
Just going to wait for a few more people to join. I'm not moving. Why is it doing that?
Because my phone's delayed.
Oh. Did you just do that?
Yeah. Well, I've done it a while ago.
Okay. So I'm watching a delayed.
Yeah. It is really
Hi
delayed.
Paula. Hi. Okay, I'm just going to wait for a couple more people. I'm going to be doing the almond shape and what we call a coffin shape, because that's what's been asked of me. I've got no music in the background or anything. Sorry about that.
You'll probably get cut off from Facebook by having music in the background.
Yeah. I've banished everybody upstairs so we don't get interrupted. Obviously, if there's any questions anyone wants to ask me, fire away. What's the time? Okay, we'll wait a couple more minutes. I'm waiting for Kelly and Jackie in particular, because they're the ones that have asked me to do this. Sorry, that'd be my husband telling the dogs off. If you can hear that.
Shall I see if I can share it?
Share it?
Yeah.
What do you mean, share it?
It says share.
No, I'm scared in case it cuts it off.
Oh, yeah.
So we're not very good at this. This is all relatively new to us still. So bear with us a little bit. I'm not very good with technology. Hi. Hi. Louise is who I get a lot of my gems from.
Oh, okay.
I've just bought some acry gel from her. She does gel polishes. Okay, shall I make a start or shall I hang on for a bit longer? What do you think? Hi, Susan. Okay, well, if I go through what products I'm using, can you see that?
Down a bit. That's it.
This is Trilogy, Cover Pink, and obviously I've got their monomer too. My brush is from Alexa, which I love. And my forms I'm using are from, can we see?
Oh, wait.
MW Training. Amazing forms. Okay, well, I'm going to start and I can always cat back if anyone else joins in. Okay, so I've been asked to do an almond shape and a coffin shape. So I've put the forms on ready. So if we can tip your hand to the side. Can you tip your hand to the side? Can you, so we can see the forms? Yep. Okay, they're going either dead straight or slightly facing down. That's how I do my almond and my coffin. Okay, I've prepped and primed and everything already. Okay. So I'll do the almond first. Can you see me picking up the beads?
No.
Bring it in closer. Better?
I have to zoom out. Go on then.
Okay. So obviously you all know how to do your acrylic. Pick up quite a big bead. Place it on the free edge. Okay, making sure I've blended it in, patting down the whole time, making sure that I'm going right to the edges of my nail, the sides. And then walk that acrylic down the form to whatever length I've decided that I'm going to do. So I think we'll go about there. Then obviously by shaping it a little bit into the almond shape with my brush. This all helps with filing time. And you pat, pat, pat so it's not too chunky. Okay. Then I pick up another bead. It's quite a big bead. Put it in the middle, zone 2. So for Jackie, that I don't think's joined yet, she was asking about the apex. I don't actually create the apex with my acrylic as such. I just place my 3 beads of acrylic and it just automatically falls into place. If anyone's got any questions or anything, shout out. As I say, I'm relatively new to this, so I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. Okay. Pick up my 3rd bead. Some people might do it in 1 bead. I prefer to do it in 2 or 3 beads. And then you put it around the cuticle area like that. Not pushing too hard so you don't flood that cuticle area, and then just pulling it forward. And then we just pat, pat, pat to make it all nice and smooth. Helps with the filing. Okay, so that's that one done. I'm just going to turn my bit of paper over. There's some bits on it and it's gone in the acrylic. Oh, thanks, Susan. It is quite nerve-wracking. And for what we all would call a coffin, it's not the traditional coffin, but, you know, it's what everybody calls a coffin. Exactly the same. But instead of rounding off your free edge, you create a flat edge. Remembering to keep your acrylic and your lines dead straight for a coffin. And remembering to keep patting the whole time, keeping the shape in, so your nails are not too chunky. Okay. Well, my ears are burning. Normally means someone's talking.
Yeah. Whose acrylic do you use?
Trilogy. I was using CJP, but I've just recently gone over to Trilogy and I'm loving it. Obviously my coloured acrylics, I've got all different brands, but for my core I'm moving over to Trilogy. Well, ballerina's got curved corners and coffin is squarer, but a traditional coffin has 4 corners rather than 2, but this is the one that I've been asked to do. So yes, you could call it a ballerina if you wanted to.
Susan says it's fab to work with. It looks fab to work with.
It is really simple. It just doesn't move. It doesn't run. It just does exactly what you want it to. It does just make it so much easier. I think I just need a little bit more here. So I'm just going to put a bit in here. That's because my first bead wasn't quite big enough.
Susan says she thinks she needs to try this acrylic.
It is, they do trial kits, try it. Okay, I'm just going to put a pinching tool on the Almond one. I do this just to make sure the sides are brought in. And I'm just checking from the side. I should have used slightly bigger beads than I have. So I'm just adding a couple of bits. Okay, so yes, this, I would call this more of a ballerina, but lots of people call it coffin. So, and this is the shape that I was asked to do. Okay, so I've created the shapes. Do you know what? It didn't come with a size, Tracy. It just comes as it is. I'd say it's more like a 12 to a 14. Do you want me to put it? Can you?
Yeah, I see it.
You see?
Yep, I can see that.
It's really full bodied, so it's really good for patting with. Some of the brushes don't have quite enough hair in them, so when you're patting there's nothing to pat with. This is really full bodied, so it's really easy to work with. Okay, just going to put my lids on. I'm notorious for knocking stuff over. Okay. Right, that one's done. That's gone matte, so I can just put it. You don't have to pinch if you don't want to. With these forms, you don't really need to, but it's just a habit of mine that I do.
Susan would like to know whose brush that is.
Alexa, I can't think of her full name. It's Alexa. She sells the coloured acrylic for silk flat design work, 3D. It really is a good brush. No, that's still not. Just going to wait for that to finish before I start filing, because the pinches anyway. It's one of the better brushes that I've used in a long time. I've tried quite a few in the last year or so, and I'm really happy with that one. Okay, done. Okay, so for filing, you say you're right, yeah?
Yeah, I'll just zoom in for that one now.
Always do your side walls first. That's what I was always taught. I'm just going to use my curved one for the cuticle area. I like my curved. Okay, side walls around. I always go over the top like that, so it's all, so you don't get any ridges if it's all in one movement. Turn my file around and do it back the other way, so I'm doing the other side. Doing the cuticle area. Sorry. New file, sorry. Okay, and as you're filing the side walls, the cuticle, your apex will come into play. So you haven't, sorry, I've got a new file and it's a little sharp. I have blunted the edges a bit. It hurt. See, you can do a slightly more pointed almond, or you can do a slightly more rounded one. It's personal preference. And then I go to the sides and make sure there's no bits hanging down the sides. And then what I do, I get my E-file with a sanding bit. Can you see that?
Yep.
On quite a low speed. And then just go round the cuticle. I've made her bleed, I'm so sorry. That's my new file. I don't normally do that, I promise. See, if that had been a video, I could have edited that out. And I just go over it, just make sure there's no... Okay. And then lastly with my file, I just make sure it's all nice and smooth from side to side on the top. Okay. What's the matter?
Tracy.
That's my sister.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so if you turn your finger to the side, no, that way.
Oh, that way.
That's it. You can see. Can you see?
Yep.
The apex has appeared itself without me having to consciously think, oh, where do I need to place it? It just comes all as you file. If that makes sense.
Natural.
Now, as I did file the edges of the file, but obviously not quite enough tonight. So let me just put a bit of. There we go. Okay. Moving on to the coffin, ballerina, whatever you want to call it. Again, side walls. Side walls. And rather than totally smoothing it off so it's rounded, it's slightly more tailored really to create that nice, sharp, smooth look. I'm too frightened to use that file now. Again, same routine. Round the cuticles. Obviously, I've got this file, and that's from Petra Jakes. It's the ones that you peel off and put new ones on, so you keep the plastic bit. I'm using 180 grit on both of them. So again, I'm doing that movement where you go from side, top to side and back again, so you don't get any lines, ridges. File the free edge so it's nice and square. Do the underneath so it's nice and straight. You'll have to read out any questions.
Are they any good, those files from Petra?
They take a little getting used to. I've got used to using the curve shape, but yeah, they're okay. I've got 100, 150 and 180. Yeah, I only used 180. The others are far too coarse. There'd be no fingers left. Obviously, with the apex, it appears naturally, but obviously the longer your extension, the more further back you want it to support the length. And I'll just go in. Oh, a bit fast. With my E-file. I do this because it gets right in and gives me a lovely smooth finish. I can do it with a hand file too, I just get lazy in old age. When you're working salon, sometimes you have to work just that little bit faster. Oh, my ears are proper burning. Just going to go in and go back over like I did on the last one. So really, not a huge lot of difference in the way you're applying acrylic. If you create most of the shape with your brush, there's less filing, which is what you want in the long run. Okay, if you turn your finger to the side.
That way.
Yeah, you see the apex has naturally gone in place again. Okay, so straight side walls, flat free edge. That's what some people call coffin. It is nearer a ballerina. But yeah, so that's that. Is there any... Hi Kelly, you've missed it, darling. You'll have to watch it back. I did the coffin like you asked. So yeah, so that's it. Anyone got any shouts? It's my first time doing a live on here. So yeah, so that's that really. Anybody got anything else to say before I log off? Oh, hearts.
Mm.
Okay then. Look at my chubby hands. I'm watching I'm watching a delayed reaction on another phone, and yeah, I just noticed my chubby hands. Oh dear. Okay then. That's it really. Really good, babe. That's my sister, Tracy. Okay then. Right, I'll do a live in another few days. Message with anything you want me to do, and I'll try and do that for you. Okay then. Bye.